Hi, my name is Christy. I am a massage therapist, an esthetician, and an Ashiatsu bar therapy instructor. I wanted to take some time today because about last year, the end of last year, I found out I had some chronic low back pain, and I wasn't sure if it was from the birth of my son or why I had the pain. Finally got an MRI, and they discovered that I have something called spina bifida occulta. And that just basically means that when I was in my mother's womb, that my vertebrae were not formed correctly, and it's in the low back, sacrum, coccyx, low back area. I thought that it was just the way that it was supposed to be. When I did talk to the doctor, I heard a couple pieces of advice. Number one, they told me, you need to be doing core work for the rest of your life. Core work not meaning a bunch of sit-ups, but core work meaning a lot of like Pilates. So I went ahead and got an Aero Pilates reformer machine, and I have been dedicated to doing the exercises to really strengthen my deep core muscles and also elongate the other muscles like my hamstrings to help with my low back problems. Some of the things also that I did discover is that like self-care and self-massage. I'm constantly discovering new ways of relieving my low back pain. Some days are better than others. I'm not gonna lie, it's not always perfect, but it's a constant thing that I wake up every day, and it's my mission to find ways to make my back healthy and happy, and to be able to go through the day without feeling like that really bad pain where I feel like I have to sit down. I'm a very active person. One of the first things I want to show in this video is just going to be how to release our QL muscle. So our QL muscle is also, it's known as the quadratus lumborum muscle. It's a deep low back. So our erectors go up and down our spine along our vertebrae. Our QL muscles are underneath that, and the only way to access them is to come in from the side. Now, we have a floating rib and we have kidneys to watch out for. The balls that I have that I'm going to be using to release my QL, these are not filled super full, so they're not gonna feel as firm. Firm isn't necessarily better. This is a really deep release of the QL muscles, so I don't recommend doing it daily. I recommend maybe once or twice a week when you really feel like you need to relieve them. Because I'll be laying on them, I'm using gravity and my body weight to relieve the muscles. So I have pure control over the release and everything in between. So these two balls are going to be placed in just below my lower back. Scoot back so you can see me. The two balls, low back, right above the hip, okay? So right above. You find the placement and you lay back, placing your feet on the floor and slowly breathing. If you need to adjust them, feel free to do so. But this is going, and I'm slowly lowering my sacrum down to the floor. I'm not pushing it, and that's the beauty of this type of like pro-gravity massage, is that it's really, my muscles are going to allow me to sink as I release. So there's no pushing, there's no pressing. When we push and press body tissue, that does cause injury, and as soon as it hurts myself, or if I'm working on a client, I have to back off and come in at a different approach because it's really counterintuitive. As I'm speaking to you, I am slowly releasing down to the floor. Taking nice deep breaths, working your way through, and breathe and release. It just feels very nice. You're gonna feel a little bit of tension. Now, if it's burning or you feel like your rib is hurting, please readjust the ball that you're laying on. But I'm just gonna sink in and hold. You can go for almost any amount of time that feels pretty good for you. I'm just observing again what it's feeling like in my low back. As I'm sinking, it is releasing those tight muscles. Nice deep breath in. Then from there, carefully, I will grab my knee. I'm able to do this because I have done a lot of releasing of my own QLs, and then you can get a little bit of like a different angle on it. Again, breathing and sinking. If you're finding that you're holding your breath and you're really trying to get through it and it's just too painful, please back off, let some air out of that ball and try again. It's okay if you start with a pretty soft ball that's not super firm. So again, I'm going to put my feet down. I'm going to carefully come out of this as well, because if you have spina bifida occulta like me, you have to really take really good care of your back and be very mindful. We have to be inside of our body. So what I'm going to do to remove the balls, and I'm just going to slowly, I'm going to tilt my pelvis up, and I'm going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae, very slowly, reach back, grab the balls, and then I'm going to lower down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, and then eventually my sacrum is on the floor. Anytime you are getting up as well, always turn to the side, allow yourself to get up, and take it easy on your low back. I'll be recording more videos of self-massage for spina bifida occulta.
Mommy.